I'm going to, after this Biggest Loser thing, I'm going to have to sacrifice some things in order to win this race. Amen?
Come on.
In order to get down to my original weight. But the truth of the matter is that it's going to take, even in the spiritual things, it's going to take us to lay some things aside, to push some things back. Yeah. It's going to take us some time. And I did a message here, I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago where I had weights and a bicycle and all those things on stage. Because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take us lifting, amen, and pressing, pushing forward and pressing on to the mark of God's heavenly calling. Amen. Amen. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? You know, as I was the other day, I don't remember if it was Thursday night or if it was last Sunday morning, Sunday night. There was a message in tongues and an interpretation here at the church. And the message simply said, what grabbed a hold of me was, the season shall be shortened. When was that? Does anybody remember when that was? That was Sunday night? Sunday night. The message in tongues, the interpretation of the message in tongues was your season shall be shortened. And what God showed me in that was this, that God has made seasons become shorter, because some of you are going through a season in your life that you don't want to go through. You may be going through the summer of your life and it's hot. Amen? Or the winter of your life and it's cold. Come on now, and hard. And nothing's growing. Come on now. But what the word was spoken over this body in this church was that your season shall be shortened. Yes, amen. Amen. Now, some of you are going through a great season. You say, I don't receive that, Pastor. I don't want none of that. That's okay, too. But some of us are going, I'll tell you what, 2009 was a season that I wanted to just see gone. Yeah. You know, I wanted to just back up and punt, you know. Yeah. But your season shall be shortened. Amen. Saith the Lord. Yes. But in order for those seasons to be shortened, there's some things that God has called us to do. But how bad do you want it? I want to see great things around here. I want to see great exploits and great things. In fact, I was praying this morning because I'll be honest with you, I had to fight. I mean, during worship even, I had to fight through my praise. Amen. I had to fight through that. I didn't feel like raising my hand. I didn't feel like saying He's under my feet. I was going, you know, that's real. That's the way I felt this morning. I had to get on my knees and say, Lord, I need a breakthrough in here. Yes. Do you know what God told me? How bad do you want it? Come on. Come on. I said, come on, Lord, I'm about to preach that. He said, yeah, but how bad do you want it? Come on, that's it. Because sometimes we come in here thinking, well, it's up to the pastor to wind us up. Come on. Huh? It's up to Sister Lori to put us some batteries in there. Come on. That's it. Make me one. Huh? But how bad do you want it? That's it. How bad or how much are you willing to go? Amen? I'll tell you what, I've got to be honest with you guys. Sitting here this morning, I had no praise in me. I had no worship left in me. I'm just being honest. Until I got on my knees and began to pray. I feel better now because I'm not preaching to everybody else. I'm preaching to myself this morning. Because I know that there's something inside of me that is beginning to wind up. Amen. And it's kind of like that pitcher, on that mound. I watched them fast the softball pitchers. You watch them how they. Which way is it? This way? They do it this way. And they wind that ball up, man. Well, there's something winding up inside of me, amen? Yes. And I'm about to throw a curveball at the devil, amen? And I'm about to take him out, amen? Come on now.
Amen.
Because I know that God is speaking to us and speaking to me and speaking to us and saying, how bad do you really want this?
Yes.
How bad do you want to see the things in your life change?
Come on.
I'll tell you what, I want to see it now.
Amen.
I told God this morning, I said, Lord, I need a breakthrough. I need something. I need to see something.
Yes.
Because if I don't see something soon, man, I don't know. You know, I just, you know, I'm going to throw the white flag and say, oh, I surrender.
No.
But God did not call us to surrender.
Come on.
He called us to fight.
Yes.
Amen? He called us to take up our cross and follow Him.
That's it.
Amen?
That's it.
And so I believe that as I stepped into the place of obedience, when God said, how bad do you want it? I believe if I just make a half a step, He is going to do the rest.
Yes.
He is going to show me, listen, you got this far, you've come this far, now guess what? If you take another step, I'm going to bless your socks off.
Yes, amen.
We received a text message last night. First off, we received something on Facebook. I'm not going to mention their names, but if you're on Facebook, you know who I'm talking about this morning. But there are some young people here that on January 31st, they wrote their last Facebook text or Facebook blog or whatever it was for 21 days.
Come on.
They said, unfortunately, God has showed us that we need to fast Facebook for 21 days. We're not going to get on Facebook anymore for 21 days. So we'll see y'all in 3 weeks.
Come on.
Yesterday we received a text from this couple. It said God has already started to do miraculous things in our lives.
Yes.
Our car got smog, and I received a check from a company I've worked for in 4 years.
Come on. Say that. Amen. Amen.
Because why? Because they just chose to cut off Facebook for a minute.
Be
And take a little bit of time out for God.
Come on.
And read a little bit more and pray a little bit more. Amen. That showed me right there that, you know what? If we take that step, if we take that little step for God, God is going to take a big step for us.
Amen.
Amen. He's going to take one giant step for mankind.
Yes.
If we'll just take that little step, just do that little bit. Just get from the laying position to the sit-up position.
Come on.
Yes.
He said He's going to bless us.
Yes. Amen.
He said we're made to win in 2010. But we can't be laying down anymore. When that alarm goes off, we just got to kick our shoes, kick our feet out of the bed, out of the covers, and just sit up. Just sit up. Now listen. When I said that right there, God showed me something. He said, that's enough. That's all you need to preach this morning. Next week, we're going to talk about getting your legs stable and up under you.
Amen.
Hmm?
Amen.
So I hope we make it to the coffee pot pretty soon. Folks, we're made to win.
Yes, we are.
The victory belongs to us. But how bad do you want it? You say, somebody say, Pastor, you're just trying to guilt us because of that fasting calendar. No, if you don't want to fast, don't fast. That's up to you. That's between you and God. I will tell you, if you're in the Biggest Loser contest, you are going to have your hands full because I'm going to be losing some weight. Because God has shown me that through fasting and prayer, that He is going to give us a breakthrough that we've never seen before.
Amen. I believe it.
Amen.
I believe it.